Welcome to Philosophy 100, Section 2 for the summer of 2002 here at CSULB. I'm your instructor, Dr. Charles Wallace, and this playlist will collect together and organize the individual component modules, which together will comprise our first lecture and orientation to the course. We're going to start by looking at the setup of our Beachboard course landing page. When we look at this course page, what we'll notice is that I've set up the page. So in the center here, we have this newsfeed widget. This course runs approximately 6 weeks. I've divided the course into 6 modules. They don't correspond completely with the weeks, but when one module is active, the newsfeed for that module will appear here in this widget on our landing page. The newsfeed will discuss what we're going to do in that module and give you a time frame for that module. It will also provide links to all the resources and the assignments for that module, the readings, the lectures, and the assignments. This is an online-only course, so the lectures are all video lectures that have been recorded and posted on the course YouTube page. The readings for the course are linked from the contents page, the syllabus, and from this newsfeed widget. The readings are all going to be PDFs. The activities, the quizzes, and the discussions are also linked here online. When the module ends, the newsfeed entry for that module will drop off, and the newsfeed entry for the next module will appear. On the right-hand side, we have the instructor profile widget. The instructor profile widget gives my name, my email address, my Zoom office hours, a link to the Zoom office hours, and a link to the YouTube course page for this course. I have Zoom office hours on Monday, Tuesday, and Friday from 11 to 11:30 in case students have difficulty with the material, they have questions about the material, or they don't understand what they need to do for a particular test, lab, or discussion. You can come to these Zoom office hours by clicking on the link, and it will take you to the Zoom meeting. You can also email me, and I'll do my best to answer your questions within 24 hours and within the constraints of that media. Below the instructor widget, we have the CSULB Student Resources widget. I've modified the Resources widget a bit to include some things that I think are useful to students from the pandemic and in the post-pandemic era. We have a final schedule link, though because there are no finals for the summer term, that isn't particularly useful. The cheating and plagiarism policy link, the policy on withdrawals for CSULB, and then there's a link to the ITS help desk. If you have difficulties with Beachboard, with accessing Beachboard, or with features on Beachboard, these are the people who you should contact. They're the ones who can help facilitate access to Beachboard and resolve problems within Beachboard. That's their job. I can try to help you to troubleshoot problems, but I am, like you, just another user of this software. In addition to that help desk link, there are a number of links that I think are useful for students, particularly during the pandemic and post-pandemic era. The ATS Resources for Students links to a page providing a wider array of technical resources for students. So if you're having trouble with technology, with accessing online resources, if you need software, etc., they may be able to help you. There's links to the counseling and psychological services, as well as the student health services should you have psychological or health issues. These services are paid for in part by your fees, so you should take advantage of those resources if you need them. Next, there's the Basic Needs Program link and the BMAC Student Services link. The Basic Needs Program tries to provide students with help if they are food or shelter insecure. The BMC Student Services helps to provide students with support if they get tested and categorized as having one of various learning challenges. After BMC, there are several different resources that are more or less standard within the CSULB Resources widget. Beneath all of this is the final widget. It's the calendar, and it gives you a timeline for when all of the individual assignments are available, when they are due, and when their availability ends. In the next lecture module, we'll turn our attention to the tabs here at the top of the landing page, briefly reviewing how you can access the gradebook, discussion assignments, quizzes, and then review the content page before we turn our attention to the syllabus and particularly to the grading rubrics for the course.